Hi, I'm Brendan with Reviewed.com, and this week we're supposed to get our hands on Panasonic's upcoming Lumix GH4. Mother Nature didn't want us to, but we ended up meeting Panasonic at the airport instead of having them over to our headquarters. You might notice that I have a GH3 with me today instead of a GH4. It's going to have to be our stand-in until we get our hands on the real deal. But physically, the two cameras are identical more or less. There's a new mode dial up top, but otherwise the controls are exactly the same, which is good news if you've ever used a GH3 before or if you rely on one day in, day out for work, because you'll know how to use a GH4 as soon as you pick it up. Now, even though you think that you might not need 4K resolution footage quite yet, there are some advantages. One, you're kind of future-proofing. Even if you don't shoot in 4K, you have the capability to do that later on with the same equipment, which is pretty cool. The other option is to just start shooting everything in 4K right now. And you can easily crop it down to 1080 size, giving you a lot of latitude when you edit. Or you can just export it straight to 1080 and not worry about using those extra pixels until you need them later on. Shipping alongside the GH4 will be a dock that goes on the bottom of the camera, and it breaks out into a lot of different ports that will be useful for people in studio settings. You've got HDSDI, HDMI, 2 XLR audio inputs, there's also phantom power, and you have audio controls in the back, just like on a higher-end studio camera. So it may sound like we're gushing a lot about the GH4's video chops, but Panasonic tells us that they've also paid attention to what photo shooters want. This is a new sensor with a faster refresh rate that should pay off if you're doing a lot of burst shooting or if you like using the electronic shutter. The physical shutter has faster 1/8,000th of a second top speed. And generally speaking, image quality should be improved. Panasonic tells us that it's a little bit better than the GX7, but we're reserving final judgment until we get a production version of the GH4 into our labs. The GH4 is supposed to ship around March, so stay tuned to Reviewed.com cameras for a review. We'll have one up as soon as we can.